Today I'm going to talk about silence as a powerful response to a conversation that you're having when you're agitated, when somebody says something that gets you to a little bit of an agitated state. Being silent during that time, that can be an extremely powerful response. There are two different ways in which to be silent. Now, let's say somebody says something to push your buttons or to trigger you. They know what hurts you and they say exactly that. You have not managed this or this. What makes you think you're going to manage this? And this is about something that you're very excited about, like you're very enthusiastic, and they're like, you've not done anything in your life, you've not managed so many things. What makes you think that you can do this? And you know that that's a trigger for you. You know that that's a button that they're pushing, and you can feel that energy rising. You can feel that agitation rising. What do you do in that moment when you're being triggered? Just in that moment. The reason that you have this agitation, the reason that you have this reaction, is it's because of your ego coming up and saying, and your ego is an important part of you, it keeps you safe. But at that moment, it's coming up and saying, this is threatening my survival. This person is saying that I cannot get what I want, and therefore, it must be true. At some level, the ego is afraid that it's true, and that is what gives the reaction. Because if you know with zero doubt that it is not true, if you're confident, then you will not get triggered. So when you get triggered, it is because you are somewhere inside of you, you are afraid, and the ego thinks, if this person says this and it turns out to be true, then I will not be able to survive. I will not be able to live. This is a death sentence. So that's why we get this really strong and powerful reaction. It's like, oh my God, my world is about to collapse in front of me. The more inner work you do, the more you're able to clear it, and the more situations you're able to clear it at. This is one of those lifelong processes. You're going to be working on it. But the more you do it, the calmer you become as a person, and the more you're able to let things slide. And the more you're able to, when the person says something to you, you're just able to just, like raindrops on oil or something. It doesn't mix, it just goes away, it just disappears, it just slips right off. So that's how you will become. It'll just slip right off of you. And there are many situations where it does slip right off of you. So if you feel that you do get agitated easily, I would suggest that you write down situations. Next time you encounter any situation where it's just slipping right off of you, you write that down so that you can feel good that you were able to clear it out, so that you know that you aren't as reactive as you think you are, and you feel more motivated, because success begets success. Like every time you see a win and you notice it and you acknowledge it, that's when you feel more, you get more success as well. That's when you get more wins. So you can kind of make it like a game, yes, I have won in these situations, I have not won in these situations. And you can write down these kinds of situations. What triggers me and what does not trigger me? That way you'll be very aware, and next time when you have that trigger situation, you will be able to handle it in a much better way. Now, the more inner work you do, the more you will be able to have that slide right off. And while you're doing that, if you're encountering situations where somebody is sitting there and talking to you and they're pushing your buttons and it's affecting you, and you can feel that rise from inside, and you can feel that like, God, I could murder this person. Then what do you do? Then what you can do is, one of the techniques is just go silent. Completely go silent. Just look at that person, stare at that person kind of blankly. Just like, and then see what they say. people don't like space, white noise, they don't like space, and they will try to fill it, especially if they have said something where they know that they want a reaction out of you. They will likely say something else, and you just stay silent. If they're keeping on triggering, then just stay silent. If they stop and they start to, the other option is they might stop and they might realize that they're doing something. I mean, they know that they're doing something, even if it's more subconscious, even if it's a habit, they know that they're doing it for the sakes of getting a reaction out of you so that they can get power. In that case, if the person is a little less reactive or less aggressive, I would say, then they might automatically stop when they see you silent. Then they might automatically just say, okay. And they might say something that might be slightly apologetic or getting it clearer or something like that. You can just stay silent, and depending on how the situation is, or you can let that, where I'm losing my train of thought. You can stay silent, or you can respond when they start to calm down. If they start to calm down, you can respond and say, oh, it's okay, or something like that. And just in a very good-natured way. You do not want to break relationships, especially if it's an important one. You do not want to break relationships because you are triggered. So you can just simply say, I need to go to the restroom right now. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, and say it in a good-natured way. Just go to the restroom and breathe. If you need to cry, if tears come out of your eyes, that's what happens to me, is tears start coming out of my eyes when something like that happens. And I need to leave because I need to cry, and I don't want to cry in front of the person. So I will do that. I will go to the restroom and I will let that flow, let the emotion flow out of me, and then come back and change the topic, or just get yourself out of that situation if you can. You do not want to react or respond to that, especially in the moment. When you're completely calm and when you have processed it on your own and you've said, okay, what was this trigger, and what is my ego trying to tell me, what is my body trying to tell me, and you process that and you tell yourself, it's okay, that just because this person said that, it doesn't mean it's true. Then you can bring it up again and say, hey, when you say things like that, I feel that you're not being supportive. I feel unsupported, rather, not that you. I feel unsupported, and it would really be amazing to me if you don't do that. Or otherwise, you can just let it be, observe, and respond with your energy, right? Reduce the energy that you are giving to that situation or that person, if that person is continuously doing that. Or often doing that, I mean, not continuously. Okay, the second situation is if you are triggered because somebody is taking away something from you, then what do you do? Because you want to address it in that situation. It's like a boundary case, and you want to address it and you want to tell the person. In that case, if you can, give yourself time, give yourself a few hours or a few days, however much time you need, so that you can talk to them ideally without feeling reactive. The second way to handle it would be just to, again, smile, be calm, force yourself to be calm and smile and say something like, this is, you like to play around, don't you? Or you like to take advantage, don't you? Say it in a funny way, a little, not funny, but like say it in a more relaxed way, and slowly slow down your words in a big way. Slow down your words and smile, and then say it. And that's way more powerful than if you are talking fast and in an agitated way, because when you are talking fast and in an agitated way, the other person gains power and you lose your power. They are able to control you because they can say something else to agitate you, and they know that subconsciously or consciously. They know that. You don't want that. So slow down on purpose, slow down, slow your words, slow your breathing, smile, and then say from that space, then say what you need to say in a slow way. And automatically you will come up with better words to say than if you're saying it faster. I hope this helps, and I will see you next time. Have a really wonderful day. I have learned this new word called y'all, so I'm gonna say have a wonderful day, y'all, because if I say have a wonderful day, guys, then I'm making the girls upset, and if I say girls, then it's women or whatever. And I recently learned that y'all is a very nice way to say it. So have a wonderful day, y'all. Bye.